And today I am here with the lovely Gloria Jean Robertson.
Hi.
Welcome.
Hi, Kathy. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me. I was thrilled when you reached out to me because I had been seeing all my friends on there, and I said to myself, pretty soon I'm going to go be on Kathy's show, and then you messaged me. So I guess manifestation, right?
Yes, that's what you did. I felt you.
Oh, you did. It's our Virgo-ness. We both had September birthdays. So.
Well, you know what? I want to say to you, welcome back to the industry.
Thank you. It's been a long time, and I've missed it and everybody. And
we've missed you.
Oh, thank you.
We've missed you. You have a degree in arts. Is that when you began your acting career?
Well, my degree is actually in elementary education.
Okay.
But I actually, when I went to apply for my degree, you have to have 18 hours in an area of emphasis, whether it's math, science, language arts. And so when I went, I thought I was going to have to take all these classes. And because I had taken it at MCC, I had taken acting for television and film, voice and diction, creative drama in the classroom, all those theater classes, it counted towards language arts. Because if you think about it, when you read a script, you're reading, you're listening, and so all the things that we need to teach as a teacher in education.
And you just sit there and you talk to our audience. You saw that? That was an educator right there.
Oh my gosh.
So when did you realize that you wanted to start acting?
Day one of being alive, I think. I mean, I remember when I was a little girl, I used to watch a TV show like Bugs Bunny, and I would like go get a broom or an umbrella, and I would do like a Bugs Bunny dance. That's all, folks. And since I was a little girl, if there was anybody that would watch for 2 seconds, I was there in front of them.
Yes.
And so, and then ever since I was in the school plays when I was a little girl, and then I did some theater in my hometown in Globe. And when I finally moved here, I had a friend of mine who said they need extras for a movie called The Kingdom. Do you remember that movie?
Yes,
I do. And
that was that movie with Jamie Foxx was in.
Yes. Oh my God. I was on set with Jamie Foxx. We didn't have a scene together, but he was there, and I was there with Sylvia Chimbo. You know Sylvia Chimbo? She's an actress, and she and I got pulled on to the set, and it was the first thing in the morning, and he walked by and he said, "Good morning, ladies," and was strutting, and we were like,
"Oh my goodness!"
But the way
that you ladies blushing,
we were blushing. But the way I got there was my friend said they need extras, right? And I was so scared because I didn't have a headshot, a resume, monologues,
right?
And he said they need. And he kept posting it on MySpace, right? And he said, we need extras with brown hair, brown eyes, brown skin. And I said, you know what? If you don't go now, shut up forever about it, because you got all three of those things.
Right.
And so I went, and I fell in love with it. And ever since then, I just went for everything, And I would get most of the things I got that I auditioned for. I would get them, and I was working a lot. So that's how I got into it as an adult.
With the industry, and I spoke with this about one of my other guests about roles made for brown people or Black people. Do you think that maybe you got a lot of those roles because there wasn't a lot of brown women out there for those roles?
I think that's a very, very good question, because I think I didn't get a lot of parts because I wasn't. My father is Anglo, white hair, blonde hair, blue eyes, towhead, right? And my mother is, her family's from Mexico. So this is me, you know, I'm mixed. And so it was hard when I would go for auditions, like for commercials or whatever. They would say in the description, we want like, I don't remember how they said it back then because it was a while back, or a Hispanic or Latin. And I would go because I basically they wanted somebody white with blonde hair, blue eyes, and somebody brown with, you know, and I'd go to these. I never got those parts
because you like were in between.
Because I was in between, and I said I got to find my niche. And so those parts that I had, I don't think that the color of any of the parts that I got were a part in those scenes, because a lot of times I'd have children, and I'm like, well, they don't look like too much like me, except for dark hair, dark eyes, but their skin would be lighter. And so I was like, I'm not the casting director. This is my daughter.
Right.
You know. Interesting question though.
You're an educator. You just mentioned. So what field are you teaching?
I teach 6th grade at a school which is actually about 99% Latin, Hispanic. And I've been there this is my 9th year, and I would like to be there one more year, but for 10 years.
But what are you teaching?
Oh, I teach 6th grade everything, math, science, reading. And we just have a lovely new principal I'm going to message because I'm going to have her to watch this. And her name's Janisha, right? And she's so lovely. She came here and it's her first year, and she's really shaken up our school. And I teach drama at my school. I'll start teaching drama next week. So you got to come.
Oh, I am.
And be a guest, and anybody else can come and be a guest and talk about the industry, you know?
What is it that you see different in the industry now than from when you first started? And just a couple of things.
I just think that maybe it looks like there's a lot more work happening. Like on my Facebook, I always see people like you're always saying, I'm on this project. And like I see Joe, you know, doing a project, and I see so many of my friends doing so many projects. And I just don't remember that there was that many. It seems like they're maybe come a long way from where we were possibly.
Okay, more work.
And maybe more like the person who did the film that I worked on recently, Colton Reed. I know he comes back and forth, I guess, from LA to here, and just I think that people are just making better films maybe than we did because of times pass.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I guess I would say that's good for Arizona film industry then.
Yeah.
If you're noticing that, that's a great thing.
That's how I feel. I mean, that's how I feel. That's my perception when I look. I just say, dang, there must be some money for people that want to help make these movies, and all these actors staying busy. So that's good.
Again, I'm so happy to have you here.
Thank you.
I remember, for me, you always stood out. I don't know if you just had this positive energy all the time. And I think I had just started being around that group in the acting industry, but for you always stood out. And I think it's a positive thing for actors, aspiring actors, female or male, to be able to see actors with great energy, actors that are doing things positive in the industry.
Yes, thank you so much. You know, and it's not for everybody, but me, that's how I am. My mother's that way. My grandmother's, all my cousins, we're just joyous people. We have joy in our heart that is not coming from our outside circumstances. And so I'd like to bring that to whatever I am, to my students, to everybody. And so that was real. That's me. And it takes a person who also has that to truly recognize that in a person and recall it. And I think that's why we always got along so well every time that we would see each other, and especially when we did our film.
Can you tell me one of your most memorable moments in film?
Oh my God. Oh. Well, one of them was when I had to get shot in the head with one of my films, just shot straight in the head. And that was fun because I had to play dead and like make a close up, and like it was inside of a shower. I had my clothes on. He had his clothes. It wasn't that kind of film, but just practicing to throw your head back and another time I got shot. I was a waitress and I was running away. I got shot in the back, and like I had to fall down and on a mattress, and those were some of the memorable times when like dying
Dying.
Dying is fun.
Those are some of my memorable moments.
I die good.
As an actor, do you have any special skills?
Do you mean like?
I mean, you know, some may have horseback riding.
Oh,
do you?
I can rollerblade. Like the
Rollerblade?
devil, yeah. No, I mean, I have to build my my skill bucket. You know, I don't know how to. I mean, if you put me on a horse, I'll ride it. You know what I mean? And I'll look good doing it. It might not be the first time I get on, but I'll try it. But no. I mean, I can sing. I think I sing pretty well.
You sing very well.
I mean, people tell me I do, and I felt like.
Was that mom?
My mom, no, she was my best fan and my worst critic. So no, I mean, I people tell me all the time, like I'll be singing at the store or whatever, and won't even realize it. People come up to me and they'll say, "You sing really well." I'll be so embarrassed because I don't realize I'm doing it.
Oh.
So singing would be one. I mean, cry. I hope I can cry because I've had to cry only once, never in a film. So I cried for like a stage type of performance, but you know, how about you? Can you cry?
I have learned to cry. Mm-hmm. I think we tell ourselves we can't do certain things. Mm-hmm. And I used to say it all the time. I can't cry until I really had to cry on the set.
Yeah.
And I just took myself to a moment that wasn't comfortable for me.
Yes.
But I think we tell ourselves we can't do these certain things.
Yes.
I want to go back to the industry. Is there anything, I mean, you've said that you've seen some positive strides out there so far from what you're seeing. Is there anything that you would like to see changed?
In the Arizona industry? I mean, I don't think I know enough to know. I mean, anywhere that you go, I think there's going to be clicks. No matter where you go, there's clicks. And, you know, where it should be more like a troupe who can cross mingle and collaborate, not, you know, reach outside of like your same circle. I mean, I realize that famous people do it all the time. They work with their same people. Right. But I guess that would be good for people to maybe reach deeper into.
But you know what I think too?
The candy jar.
One thing I love about the platform and this show is that it's bringing so many different people that wouldn't normally see each other or know each other on this show. Yeah. They're like, oh, that's Gloria. I've heard of her. Or that's that person. So that's one thing that I do love about this.
I love it.
You also were in a film called Mob Rules. Tell me about that character.
Oh my God, that character. I don't even remember my name. Boss was my name, just Boss. Film that Kathy and I did together, and we got cast from a guy from Tucson. Did you drive to Tucson to audition? I don't remember.
No, I didn't drive.
How we got these parts?
We just got the parts. I guess.
We got these parts. I don't know by word of mouth or what, but we got these parts with this man named
this man
named Alexander. He was a filmmaker. I don't know if he was a student filmmaker.
He was a very nice man. He wasn't a weirdo or anything. Very nice guy.
Oh my God! And so I was cast as the mob boss, and Kathy was my number one, I guess, right? And it's kind of like our energy right here, right now. You know, she's laid back. I love that. I always want to be laid back like that, you know, but I'm just more energy. And so the part was me. I was like, I had a lot of energy, you know, and she was the calm one, the calm, cool one. And she had her a gun this big. I don't even know what it was, but it was exciting. It was a lot of fun.
It was.
And Dawn Nixon was in that one.
Dawn Nixon, yeah.
And Krista Cap. I think it's Krista Cap. She played my daughter. Yeah. Another one where she had the blonde hair, right? Yeah. And I have the dark hair, and I think maybe we're Italians. I don't know what we were.
Well, that was a great film. Yeah. Were any new projects coming up?
Well, the most recent project that I did was a project that I got called out of the blue. People couldn't get a hold of me because of my different Facebook, but Rob Edwards called me and said he was going to do a project with Ricardo Vasquez called, what's it called? Vision X. Oh. And I play the mom, and there's Bo Phillips and Heather Gray, and it's going to be on a series like on Netflix, not Netflix, but on the internet, like under Strange Files.
Okay, so where can our audience find you so that they can look up these fabulous things?
Okay, well, I'm on Facebook under Gloria Jean Robertson, and I have an IMDb page if you want to see some of my list of work, which there are some films you can see like on different platforms. So I would love for people to watch.
Thanks for joining us today. It was such a pleasure to have you here. Thank you for joining us here today.
How I define making, in the broadest possible terms, it is making something extant in the world that didn't exist. Everybody who's ever made anything is bringing something into fruition for a reason, and that act in and of itself makes us stewards of our culture. It's something that we're talking about. It's a response. Actually, it's telling a story. That's really what it is. And I include everything that could be made: painting, sculpture, welding, all of that.
Yellow is positive.
When a kid gets their hands on the world and learns that they can make their fantasy play, that they can make their reality, that's power. And as far as I'm concerned, everyone should feel that kind of power. There we go. If there's something that interests you to bring into the world, that's fantastic. Go figure out how to do it. Go tell your own story. There it is. And so I want to know why you make. Let's go.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
Unused prescription opioid pain medicines can spell many things. Risk, if they're taken by someone they weren't prescribed for. Harm, if accidentally taken by a child or a pet. And overdose, if they're not used as directed. They may be hiding in your home, in bathrooms, kitchens, or anywhere. Why put your family at risk? Safely dispose of opioids before they can do harm. The best thing is to find a drug take-back option, such as medicine drop-off boxes, mail-back programs, or home disposal products. If there isn't a take-back location near you, check the FDA's flush list. Medicines on the flush list may be especially dangerous if they are used by children, pets, or others in your home. No take-back location nearby and your medicine isn't on the flush list? You can dispose of it in the trash. Get more information on safe opioid disposal and remove the risk.